Hello, my name is Abe, welcome back to, it's not Into the Breach, which is what I was about to say, it's actually Enter the Gungeon. Been having a lot of fun playing Gungeon lately, although unfortunately, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, the last run will never see the light of day unless you go on to the Twitch VOD for it, because it was a crashed run. My computer had a hardware problem. Ooh, Tabletech site. And as a result, the last run will never see the light of day because it ended on like floor 4. Tabletech site is a pretty good item. Hello, dancing slot machines. I like the start right now. We got some pretty good equipment. I like Enter the Gungeon. I'm having a lot of fun playing Enter the Gungeon lately. You know, it's a game that I've always enjoyed playing, and coming back to it after not playing it for like, you know, a year or so feels good. It's a nice little return to form. And it's been fun to play. Hey, I'm glad for this we actually managed to do this without busting the water barrel, so we don't have to worry about that being destroyed. We get the wind-up gun, which is, you know, it's okay for the time being. It's okay early. Yeah, it's a gun that you can get like a couple of bulletkin kills at this stage of the game. Later we're gonna have to pick up like a different weapon to replace this, but with Tabletech Sight in particular, I guess we can get a lot of extra value out of this weapon. Because it's got piercing shots, decent enough damage to get kills. You just gotta reload it frequently. It's too much of a reloader, you know? Oh, excuse me. Mighty Odin, welcome, how you doing today? AKA Kazakh, Best Mantis. Now the Pack for Blood is out, any thoughts of playing it? That was chat. I still haven't picked it up or really looked at it that much. I know that it's gonna be fun, because it's literally just Left 4 Dead, but new. You know, I'll repeat what I was saying earlier. Well, it was a different day from today, but I'll repeat it anyways. I would really love it if I could actually get a new graphics card before I play it, but it's looking like that's not gonna be feasible, really. It's just impossible to find graphics cards. I still haven't gotten the opportunity to, I haven't received the privilege to purchase one off of various websites yet. And I don't want to spend, you know, triple MSRP on one. But hopefully my graphics card can still play it. I'll probably pick it up at some point. Maybe like this weekend. Maybe I'll look at it myself, see if it's any. I want to see if it looks good. You know. I want to see if visually my computer can handle it. What's your graphics card right now? My graphics card right now is a 984 gigabyte, so it's a little on the old end. But in particular, if you're watching the stream yesterday and you know that I had a crash, I've been having some graphics problems. It's happened not just yesterday, it's happened basically since I bought the card. I thought it was just like a driver thing, and so when I updated the drivers, like, you know, when did The Witcher come out? Because Witcher 3 is when I bought this graphics card. Basically around that point in time, I bought the card because I desperately needed an upgrade, and then it ended up not really performing the way I wanted it to, but then after some updates it stopped crashing in Rocket League and Witcher, and then, you know, I've just been using it since then. But I do need a new card. I need a new card soon. 2015. I thought it was 2014 when we had The Witcher 3, but well, if it's 2015, you know, I probably bought this card not as the newest of new cards. I probably bought this card being like, hey, the 980s are, you know, acceptable. The 980s have, like, you know, decent price points. No. Let's see. I guess we're gonna open up the chest. We have enough keys. Oh, goody. You know, I'm actually gonna keep this gun, though. That's pretty good. I'm gonna keep this gun because if we find a door, a black market door, we can use this gun to get a free S tier item out of it, or A or S tier, I think. Or, you know, if we just have like a wicked chest, we could use this to put out the wick, but mutation also works, because the goo on the ground will be able to put out a wick. I like the visual effect on that. So we're pretty much done. We don't have enough money for this, I think. It's 65 on floor 4. How much is it now? 40. Well, you know, hold up. Okay, I'm gonna sell this. I was thinking about keeping it. I immediately changed my mind because I need the cash. And so now, let's go ahead and get a synergy chest out of Sinner Grace. If you give me, like, bionic legs, I'd be very happy. A shotgun I'm actually still happy with. That's probably worth the asking price. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Mutation, aka cancer gun. You're a cancer gun. Ah. But yes. Back for Blood. Now that I'm remembering what the conversation was 2 seconds ago. It's a game that I'm looking forward to playing. I just want to make sure that it doesn't look like absolute trash, due in no small part to my old computer. What I find interesting is that sites like Newegg, they're trying to do this like Newegg shuffle to make it fairer to pick up a graphics card so that they don't all just go to scalpers, but they really want you to buy bundles to get like the card. Well, that was dumb. They want you to buy bundles because some of the only ways that you can get the cards is if you also buy like a new monitor to go along with it, or like a power supply. It's like, I don't need a monitor or a power supply, just let me buy the card itself. But no, I'd still do it though. I'd still get like, even though I just bought new monitors, a new full set of monitors for my computer, I'd still get a new monitor if it meant I could buy a card instead of paying like triple the MSRP. Oh no, I've got a new monitor for less than the price of a graphics card off of Amazon. Prices are just absurd. I know I keep talking about it, but like, it's absurd. It's horrible how expensive everything is. Well, maybe one day they won't be expensive, you never know. Okay. There's an Isaac item. Just turn away from that one. No, I think I'll pass on becoming a vampire. I keep saying that I'm going to, at some point, work out what's wrong with those Isaac items and try to make them actually work, but that'll be for future Abe's homework assignment. I don't know when I'm actually going to complete that homework assignment because I don't have like a due date on it or anything, but okay, I decided to reload all of my guns apparently. But that'll be for the future. Mighty Odin asks, I really wonder how long the outages will, or the shortages will last. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't even know why there's a shortage. The shortages happened like right at the beginning of well, not right at the beginning of COVID. They happened because of like Bitcoin mining, making the demand skyrocket, but then it got worse during COVID, I feel. I wonder if they're just using, you know, Bitcoin mining and COVID as an excuse to just charge more. That's my fear, because in that situation, who the heck knows when we're gonna actually get back to normal prices. I feel like these companies are doing, I feel, you know, I guess we're getting a little bit like political here, but I feel like these companies are doing basically nothing to actually stop the predatory pricing. They're not doing anything. So it doesn't really inspire confidence as to, you know, when the prices are going to come back down. Oh well, live and learn, you know, live and learn. We'll just have to adapt, survive, and evolve. Okay, please die. Thank you very much. They get paid, so why would they? That's kind of the point, yeah. You got it right on the nose. That's my fear, that it doesn't matter, you know, whether or not they can resolve the shortage, it's whether or not they want to. From a consumer's perspective, There's nothing I can do, dude. So I'm just gonna try to, you know, hold my breath and wait, and then maybe one day I'll have the privilege of buying a new graphics card. Oh. Oh well. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to play Control and feel like I can actually do that game justice. But Back 4 Blood is a game that I really want to play, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't really play, continuing to talk about my graphics card, I can't really play Killing Floor anymore, because Killing Floor, whenever I play it, after about like 10 minutes, the entire screen goes a solid color, and then it crashes momentarily after that. So I can't really play that game anymore. And I'm pretty sure that that is a graphics problem causing that, which is highly unfortunate. But maybe one day, tomorrow, I'll be playing games with you tomorrow. Dude, this is like the run of shotguns, apparently. We got another shotgun, but I like shot grub. It's pretty good, as long as the enemies can get poisoned, that is. Is this bouncing? Shock rounds. What does shock rounds synergize with? Oh, right. I thought this was only, I mean, it makes sense, but I actually thought this was only, are you, does this make you immune to electricity? Nope. Fantastic. Good job, shock rounds. I thought this would only work with the synergy with bionic legs, but I guess not. I guess it'll work with anything electric. Well, it's not really with anything electric, because I think there are some electric items that don't give you the synergy, like battery bullets. I don't think that gives you a synergy. But you gotta be careful about this electricity. You would think that shock rounds would. I mean, it's literally called shock rounds, but I suppose it creates the lightning bolt effect between multiple shots. You know, it doesn't actually apply electricity to the bullet. The electricity only comes from the synergy here, but whatever. Whatever. Are we done? We're done. Let's get the heck out of here. We actually do have the crest today, so let's go. Why Monster says, I was on a fishing trip and someone was telling me they do Bitcoin mining and they have a connection for GPUs. Like a black market for GPUs. I can get you hooked up, my friend. That's what I need. I keep joking about it, but what I really need is I need a company who to sponsor me and, you know, give me a PC. Like I need to unbox a PC from like AMD. They can slap their logo on my streams. I don't care. Give me a GPU. Oh well, one day. Man, this gun is really good. Even when these guys are being buffed, they don't really stand a chance. It's just so ammo efficient. I will fight you. I figured that wouldn't take that long. All right, because I do worry about the drop-off point being over there, but actually it's 2 away from the entrance room. So why don't we just do this real quick? There we go. Let's drop off this old crest so we don't accidentally lose it. Haven't really had a good showing so far on the run, but we'll get better. I'm sure of it. No hit today, but that's fine. Connie says, the first card's free. You know, that'd work. Oh no, the first card is free, and then I have, you know, another like 8 years before I have to buy another graphics card. Oh, what a world! What a world! Melting. You know, I would accept that. First card's free. Marion says, as long I'm looking more and more like my first PC will be pre-built, which as long as it runs the games I want in reasonable FPS and resolution is fine. The thing is for me, as someone who, you know, in theory wants to play video games for all you people, I want the games to look their best. You know, I want the games to look their best so that you have the best enjoyment out of it and so that I also have the best enjoyment out of it. But there's some games that will truly shine when they are played on a better graphics card. I mean, Control is one of them. Someone brought that up the other day saying, will you ever play Control? And I really would like to play Control, but I know that the game, I've seen footage of it, I know that the game looks phenomenally beautiful and it's got some very, very cool like fog effects. I don't know if I could play the game with all of that stuff being enabled right now. Like I would certainly have to get a new card for it to look phenomenal. But would it even look acceptable on my card? Because I haven't tested it yet. That's what I'm kind of worried about. I'm worried about these things not looking good at all. Yoink, yoink, yoink. We got a lot of shotguns right now, and I'm okay with that. Ask if Artesian would be interested in sponsorship. They've been expanding aggressively on Twitch recently, even amongst smaller streamers. I've never heard of them before. I guess that's why they're trying to, you know, get their name out there, huh? Artesian. It sounds like a what you'd find written on a bottle of water, you know? Artesian spring water. We also make and sell and sponsor graphics cards and Twitch streamers. Artesian computers. Only the best artisanal computer. Mountain Spring computers. Oh, the lag. Whoop. 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 You're gonna fall. Yup. Yup, 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 yup. We'll think about it. We'll have to figure it out. Oh, hey, nice. Something I don't need. Something I hope I'll never need, but I'll take it. We good? I think we're good to go. We have everything we need except for that which we cannot afford, and there is no cell creep, and there is no anything that allows us to get more money. So I suppose we're gonna get the heck out of here. Wait, no, we gotta go this way. It's part of my like. It's part of my like. You know, I gotta come back to Gungeon and play it a little bit more because I forget stuff like this. Like, oh hey, you gotta make sure you go down and fight the old king. I haven't done it in a while. Well, except for the other day when I did it. Didn't even talk about +1 to bullets though, by the way. Good item, in case you didn't know. I always forget what the synergy is with the Guanstones. I know it makes the Guanstone larger, but does it also give the Guanstone like a new effect? I forget. I expected that to happen when I saw the dynamite. That's okay. I lose a couple of Guanstones, that's okay. Woo, let me configure them. I'm not gonna take it though. It could be fun, but what's also fun is having the ability to make clones of myself that also fire Neo Techio. Abby, yeah, Abby to fight the old king. The Abby. I guess one thing is, are there a lot of companies sponsoring like people who play pixel art, roguelite card games like Slay the Spire, Enter the Gungeon, Dead Cells, stuff like that? Wouldn't they be more inclined to be like, do you play Rust? Here's a new computer. Do you play Call of Duty? Here's a new computer. I'll be honest though, I don't even care about like getting a computer. Just If a company sponsored me by allowing me to buy a GPU from their stock, that would be good enough. Give me the privilege of giving you money for a product. That'd be good enough. And Neo Tekio is so much fun. You just gotta never, ever, 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 ever swap weapons, because if you do, you're gonna die. Sounds quite dystopian when you put it that way. I mean, that's the thing though. That's the current world that we live in. It's impossible to buy any of this stuff. And like the New Egg Shuffle is like, put yourself in for a lottery and then we'll give you the privilege of being able to buy something that you actually want. At least it's not food, you know? At least it's, you know, computer chips and graphics cards. Today. That's where they get you. They'll come for you tomorrow. I'm getting way too like political here. Why don't we talk more about Gungeon? This is a fun run. It's a fine run. We're rather strong. Not only just because of the gun that we're using and the fact that we've got Table Tech Sight, but also just like the, oh my god, so many chests. Oh, and they're all unlocked. Look at this. Look at it. So good. We even get a synergy here. Is this a double shot? Oh my lord, it's the double shot. Predator Synergy High Tech S. Thermal imaging with these sunglasses. All right. Yeah, this is a good run. This is a very good run. It's got a lot of ammo in it too. Ah, I see the problem with this weapon. The familiar doesn't actually have homing shots with it. Oh, the bitrate is so bad. Yeah, the familiar doesn't actually have homing shots, so the predator shots kind of like split the difference and go around the enemy instead of going into them. Well, at least I can put out your fire pretty easily. My lord, the game is struggling with the electricity and fire. It doesn't know what to do. It's trying, it's trying! At least we got him. Bit rate more like rip rate, says MacLeod. We got, spin to win. That's a good synergy. Yeah, pretty wild. But you know what? That's fine. This is another reason why I need a new graphics card, so I can play graphics-heavy, intense games like Enter the Gungeon. An old title that, you know, crashes even the most sophisticated of hardware. This freaking game. You know how you're asking the game not to crash? You're not exactly making that an easy ask. Exactly. Why do you think I've got my, like, resource monitor open? On the graphics tab, I'm just watching it. Waiting for it to crash in the future. Really, what did it? I fully blame Winchester, because he's the one who crashed my game yesterday. So if we ever find Winchester, we'll have to you know, show him what's what. Hey, Mud, welcome. How are you doing today? Muddy buddy. And Quirk. Also, I didn't say your name. Hello, welcome, Voidwalker. I didn't say hi, so I'm gonna say hi now. I am a skeleton. I also have Heroin and Wave Beam. Okay, now that's pretty dope. Take ammo from Neo Tekio, and then we'll take Predator, and then Wave Beam just looks cool, so we'll use Wave Beam. It's not really that good, though. But with Table Tech Sight, it's actually pretty... It looks pretty awesome. At least this is one of those guns where you can fire it, like, as fast as you can click. But it really does feel like I need to get, like, a, really does feel like I need to have that Table Tech Sight active for this to be, like, particularly great. How hot does your PC get playing Gungeon? Oh, the graphics card likes to burn itself out playing Enter the Gungeon. It struggles sometimes. No, I wanna keep the clone creator. I'll come back for you. I'll come back for you when I come get a key. Don't take damage. Oh, okay. Kinda thought it would be a little bit harder. We get Stuffed Star. Well, it's good. You know, it's actually great because with Stuffed Star and Ice Cube, we can pretty much be invincible. So, you know what? We'll take this. We'll take this. I think that's a good enough get for now. Okay, that's pretty dope. Just walking up to an enemy and killing them in one shot is pretty sweet. I just like the heroin. Well, I just like heroin, but I like it right now because it's just it's a pretty weapon. It's a fun weapon. Neo Tekio might even, you know, handle these rooms slightly faster, but at least this one's interesting. We also had double slowdown there because of the glasses. That was kind of fun. Okay, we need a key. Then we can go open up the chest. Well, yeah, we don't have the rat key, so we can do this. We got flight and contrail. I like that you can see the lightning connecting the bullets. It's pretty fun. All right, let's do this. We want probably heroin, probably not Neo Tekio, maybe like Beehive. I got hit. I was trying to use the active item because I got the charge back, but it wasn't allowing me to use it. That was silly. I forgot that you can't use an active item until it finishes its current charge. So I was trying to use it before it finished, but then obviously it didn't activate because you have to use it after it finished. Blacksmur, welcome. How's it going? Gungeon's back. YouTube will have some celebration. What's our first run today? Our first run today is we killed the old king, and now we are moving on because there's nothing else to do here. Let's get the heck out of here. We got the Rattler. There we go. I'm rattling. I feel rattled. I'm gonna turn this light on behind me. There we go. Get a little bit of light in here. I suppose this is a good opportunity for this. Oh, this is a green fire weapon too now. That's interesting. Right, you can't fly when you switch away from Alien Engine. Definitely not on my Gungeon game, but this is where our game crashed yesterday, so if we at least make it through this floor, I'll feel like we're in a better spot than we were yesterday. Although with one less flawless, rip. Rips in chat, please. Mighty Odin says, ice cream. You know, I actually have ice cream. I think I have some ice cream in the fridge. I should go eat some of that later. We'll be ice cream buddies. I haven't had ice cream in a long time. Did I say fridge? I meant freezer. I think there's some in there. I gotta like dig it out, but I'm sure I can find it. There we go. Gungeon's a fun game. It's a fun classic. Oh, the explosion caused the time slowdown. I was wondering why that happened. I keep forgetting we have two different ways of creating slowdown. One is flipping tables. One is the enemies exploding. And I keep getting confused, taking damage, because I'm like, why? I didn't flip a table. What happened? And then I think about it, and then I get hit. Less thinking, more action. A little less thinking, a little more action. I should just use this more too. You know, this is one of those situations where we can spam our active item a little bit because of the fact that it charges itself on use. What hit me? I think there was a red bullet I didn't see on the screen. That's fine. Jerks. Adion says, I would wage several wars for this ice cream. Ice cream is pretty good, isn't it? Good old Gungeon. I keep saying that because I'm a little bit conversationed out, which is kind of ironic. But I'm just having a good time, you know? Playing a game I enjoy, ranting about, you know, prices for technology in this day and age. Oh my, you freaking animal. At least you gave me a key. But you didn't give me anything good, so really, I blame you, Chest. You did this to yourself. We only have 5 HP? Oh wait, why do we have so little HP? We did get 2 flawlesses. I guess that's the amount of HP we should have. It feels like I should have more. Odin says, I would fight everyone in chat before sharing. Would you share with me? Would you share your ice cream with me? Your friend and best streamer, AbeClancy. It says you vibing. I'm kind of vibing a little bit. We gotta go fight this boss though. Let's spend another key. Okay, we get hot lead, which synergizes with something apparently. Plasma beam. Well, we're out of ammo, but as soon as we get ammo, we'll try using the plasma beam a little bit. We're gonna be fighting probably Wallmonger, although there's a small chance that it is going to be the kill pillars. I think honestly, this is like an alien engine fight, weirdly enough. Especially now that we're actually behind the wall. It seems pretty dope. Now we're actually too far away from the wall to be able to hit it, but... You know, there's something I still haven't done in Gungeon. I've never died to the wall behind it. I still don't know if that's actually a thing that can happen. Woodwalker says, what? I never knew you could do this. Yep. This is like, whoa, man, tough fight. Whew. Grade A dodging on that one. Grade frickin' A. I'm the best. Okay, we need to get ammo for this plasma beam. Alright, that seems like it might be better than wave shot. Are we done? We have no keys, and we can't buy any, so goodbye chests. We'll break this one too. Then we'll get the heck out of here. Nikki also says again. I don't know you could do that. So I'm gonna tell you how to do it. What you have to do is you have to have a... Yeah, let's go. You have to have an item that makes you invincible, and then you have to stop moving. You can't move into the wall, but the wall can move into you. So you have to stop moving, and then the wall will go through you while you're invincible. If you do that, you can get through it. Actually, I think Wave Beam is better. Although, we haven't tried it with Table Tech Sight yet. I guess anything with Table Tech Sight is pretty good, so Wave Beam or Plasma Beam, they're both going to be pretty sweet. Xbox One controller, welcome. I 100%ed Enter the Gungeon, and now I don't have the same desire to play it. I mean, that's why I took a bit of a break from Gungeon. You know, I stopped playing it for quite a while, several months at the very least, even though I had played it like every day on every stream before then, but, you know, now I kind of have a desire to come back to it, and at least have this as like a warm-up, you know, familiar run, or game that I can play, rather, for a run. It's nice. It's nice. Can start a new save files from scratch, says Mighty Odin. That's actually a very good point. I did that once before in Gungeon, but the second time around, it wasn't the same, man. It didn't feel the same. But I have done that before. Hold on, we want Predator. We should be using this, really. There's a, oh! I thought there was gonna be an Ashen Bulletkin, but he was just caught inside of the fire pit. Woody Walker says, I stopped playing if I stopped playing Gungeon for a few months, I wouldn't be able to get past Gull. Come on, Gull's the easiest first floor boss. Even though people tell me that it's not, I think that they're liars. I think the Gull is the easiest. You all know my rankings by now. Screw bullet doubles. Bullet brothers. I will disrespect them by calling them what they're not. I will make up a name for them. Hey Darnunu, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Alright. Ooh, Synergy Mando. What's the other synergy? Oh, it's just the belt. Who cares about a belt? Mud says twins are the easiest. Are you pulling an Ogrim? That's what I need to know. I need to know if you're pulling an Ogrim. Someone who just purposefully gives me bad information because they just think it's funny. But I need to know for your own benefit, so I know if I need to educate you. Added effect, fire. I'll take it. People say that Door Lord is like an easy boss, but he's still really tough because you rarely fight him. He's so hard to learn the patterns of. You know, I'm gonna actually turn this down slightly on my end. It's just slightly loud. One of the benefits of having like a stereo mix receiver next to me that I can just plug all my audio directly into is that I can change it on the fly. Bum bum bum. Hello. Dude, I love being able to one-shot everything. Now that we've got alpha bullets, maybe we can even do some like reloads before we walk into a room. Nikki says, I played Gungeon on Nintendo Switch. Coming back and playing it on PC, I realized the dragon fight was slow motion on Switch because it couldn't handle it, lol. Yep, that's the thing about Gungeon, is that it's a great game, but it was not made by people who were very good at optimizations, because it was like, it's like their first game, you know? I don't think Dodge Roll made anything before Gungeon, or at least nothing major. It's got some serious optimizational issues, for certain. Why am I getting ammo back? Why am I getting ammo back? It's like when you get hit, I get ammo back. Oh, zombie bullets works on the bullets fired from the mimic. If the mimic shoots, I get ammo refunds. That's funny. And kind of broken. Oh my god, it's even more ammo. Let's freaking go, dude. Alright, so basically we always want this thing to be firing, because when it fires, we get free stuff. Switch is decently powerful given its size and price as Mighty Odin. I mean, it's not bad. Runs Breath of the Wild well. The thing is, Breath of the Wild is made by one of the largest video game companies to exist, and it was also made specifically for that platform, because it's not like Nintendo really releases anything on anything except for Nintendo consoles. So, I mean, I would love if Nintendo made a Breath of the Wild for PC, I would have already played it. But it's not like they're gonna do that, huh? You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Connie says you can always emulate it. I suppose if it's a CPU emulator I could, because I actually have a better computer for that now, but... What you're talking about is illegal. It's piracy, you pirate. Arr, matey. I can't condone that. Ever. Ever. The last time I pirated a game was, I didn't pirate it, I just had to get a copy of the EXE because it was corrupted on my CD. That's like the last time I've ever had to like download something. I think we're good to go. And then I think another time I lost my CD, but then I later found it. That's it. Let's get the heck out of here. We're good to go. Although, if we have enough money, let's get the ammo. What are we gonna get it for? Plasma beam. I'll get it for the commando. Why not? It's a fun gun. Breath of the Wild for PC. Bye-bye Nintendo shareholders. For their consoles, anyways. Yeah. For their consoles, anyways. Let's do this. But yeah, there's a few exclusives that I would definitely play if they made them more available. But the problem is that I'm not gonna buy a console for specific games, because I don't see myself playing much more on consoles. Like if a game comes out for a console and PC, I'm gonna buy it on PC. So I would only buy a console for exclusives, and at that point. At that point, it's just too much of an asking price if I'm gonna buy a console for a specific game. You know what? Get Neotech-Yod. Ammo, I'll take it. I haven't been able to, no, I haven't been able to figure out why I'm immune to fire. For some reason, I'm immune to fire on this run. And I don't remember why. Connie says I got the... I obtained Doom Eternal just because Bethesda forgot to ship Bethesda launcher version without Denuvo. That's a good point too. It's not really that good of a point. do hate that kind of like DRM restricting stuff. What game was it? Was it like Spore that shipped originally with some like very obtrusive DRM? You could only install the game like 3 times ever. And people were like, hey, that kind of sucks, just so you know. And it turned out to be one of the most like pirated games in history because people were like, hey, if I pirate it, I can install it forever on any computer I want instead of being tied to their like restrictive DRM systems. I remember that one. And then you have situations where it's like the Sims release, Sims from like 2016, I think, where it launches worse than previous versions of the Sim with missing features, always on DRM requirement, but it turns out it doesn't need to be online at all, even though they said it did. So they were just lying about it to try to make it, you know, seem respectable that they wanted you to be online at all times. And then City Skylines came out, and people were like, the game Sims should have been, or SimCity. The game SimCity should have been. Ah, good times, good times. Well, we should be using Predator. That's like, yeah, that's like the best weapon we've got right now. Flexmer says, I remember trying to install it and having a nightmare with it. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, make it harder for people to play your game. That seems like a good idea. Connie says, the new Hitman trilogy is insanely good, but I really don't like that scoring requires a internet connection. Scoring, huh? Isn't Hitman a single-player game? Maybe I'm missing something? Is it still like you can't cheat with your score? I'm sure people figured it out by now, how to do it. It's like, I surely believe that those 50,000 scores on Slay the Spire dailies are legit. Man, we are quite strong. To kill a champion enemy, a jammed enemy, before they can fire is pretty good. So you never know how well you did if your internet's bad. I mean, you know, we can talk if we want to about, you know, awkward, you know, not very ethical, dumb things that companies have done. I mean, do you frickin' remember, like, I forget which Xbox it was, but the Xbox that had the Kinect sensor on it, and they were like, we will never sell an Xbox without Kinect. The true way to play this Xbox is with the Kinect sensor. And then, like, 6 months later, they're like, all right, we're gonna sell an Xbox without the Kinect sensor because no one's using it. It's just like $100 that you have to spend on a console for like no reason, just because they wanted to try to push everyone into using it, but people didn't want to use it. It turns out when people want to play a video game, they don't want to like have to wave at the console to get it to do stuff. Draw. That's what I should say whenever I expect that thing to turn into a hand. Draw. I'm the fastest shot in the West. That's not what I meant, and you know it. Fleximer says, Spore. Oh, we already found the exit? I just went and did more for no reason? I'm a dummy. Spore was an odd thing. There's a lot of individual game modes that were robust enough to be interesting, but spread so thin in your session, you never fully experience each phase. I mean, the thing with Spore is that was kind of the point. It's like multiple different ways of playing the game, and you just guide your own creatures to evolution. It's very weird. I didn't really get it myself. I didn't understand the draw. Mighty Odin says Spore funny because of penis monsters. Yep, that's true. You do have full control over your evolutionary path. Cork says, wasn't there something funny about the Kinect, like it was recording you all the time? Yeah, well, pretty much. Like, the idea was you had to have the Kinect plugged in to actually use your Xbox, but there was no real way of controlling exactly what it was recording and when it was recording it, so people were very kind of upset about that. They're like, hey, for privacy reasons, can we not have this thing constantly sending, you know, oh, right, we can't fly, log data to, you know, Microsoft? Are we just calling jammed enemies elites now? Asks Game Watcher Libre. Yeah, pretty much. But really what it is that, again, I haven't played enough Gungeon lately, so I'm still in the mindset of other video games. Like, they're, in Isaac they would be champions. In Spire, which I played a lot of, they're elites. In Into the Breach, they're alphas. You know, I'm gonna start a petition, and my petition is that for all video games, we should have a consistent nomenclature for powerful versions of basic enemies. Let's just pick something. Let's pick something and stick with it, okay? I'm tired of having to remember 8 different ways of saying the same damn thing. Voidwalker says call them Chads. Just Chad versions of themselves. Suppose that'd be one way of doing it. Well, that was a pretty easy run. I guess that's good because I really felt a little bit off the wall there for my commentary perspectives, but you know what? There you go. We've done it. I gotta hold the button down. The game didn't crash today. I talked about complete nonsense. Perfect day. A perfect day of Gungeon. You shoot it in the face. Boom. Good stuff. Well, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch. For when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.